everybody, nice to see you again at the Coffee Chat Friday. Today I am at a really cute coffee shop which is quite local to me. Let me just show you around. This is what it looks like. Isn't it such a cute place? So today I wanted to answer one of the questions. As you know, Coffee Chat Fridays with me are all about actually, me sharing from a life coach's perspective, my answers to questions that you have asked me and my audience are asking me and my clients are asking me, my friends are asking me, that I know are really common in a lot of high achieving women's lives. So this is where I am, and please excuse the noise and the dog barking. Let me know if you can hear me properly. If you can't, then I can always switch this off and come back later after I've enjoyed this beautiful coffee. Anyway, let's get into it. So today the question that I'm answering is about how can I manage overwhelm when I have a never-ending to-do list at work and at home. And oh my goodness, this is such a big topic, and I love this question. And I really wanted to bring it today because as high achieving women, as women in general, I think actually we have been brought up to say, okay, we need to do everything at work. We want to have like a great career. We need to sort out everything at home, whether it be the partner, the dogs, the children, the family, whatever it is. Like we are told that we need to handle everything. But is it even possible to handle everything? And I resonate with this a lot, and it really deep to my heart, because I remember the days when I was doing corporate and then I was running my own business, or starting my own business on a part-time, and then starting my social enterprise part-time. And then what happened was I was going, and I lost touch and connection with my partner and my family and friends, because I just didn't have the time. During the workday, I'll be working at my corporate. In the evenings, I will be working on my business, and the weekends I was working on my business or going networking and doing this and doing that. And it just became this thing where I was a housemate to my partner, and I became someone who would be like, I would call my mom only when I had something to ask her, or only when I need, it's her birthday, or it's Christmas, it's New Year. And I went on at this, thinking, oh, everything's fine, because all of my focus is all about building my business and building my social enterprise so I can reach more people, help more women, etc. So it wasn't because that I was trying to do something which is really selfish and not for the good of the world. But actually what happened was I lost touch with the social side of my life. I lost touch. The house became also really messy. Things started like just dropping on the wayside, and we were arguing, like me and my partner were arguing all the time. And my relationship with my family also just completely deteriorated. I had no friends anymore. Like we were trying to find people to actually invite to our house for like a Christmas party. We're like, oh my God, we have no friends, because I wasn't spending any time and any attention to that. So if you're in that situation where you really know that something that is important to you, or something that should be important to you, you think, has dropped by the wayside and you just don't have time for it, I really get you. So today what I want to do is I want to offer you what I did personally that helped me get through this, so that I can rebuild the relationship with my partner and reconnect. I was really lucky that he stayed with me and supported me along the way. But honestly, I know that not everyone is like that. So there is a danger there that you might lose the person that you love. So there are 4 things that I want to share with you, 4 tips. The first one is all about redefining your priorities. It is so important to not get dragged left, right and center by what you should be doing, what other people are telling you to do, what other people are telling you is important. Because if you are living someone else's life and by someone else's schedule, you're not living your own. You can't be living your own life and doing it on your own schedule as well as living with someone else's. So by redefine what are your true priorities, that's when you can actually live the life that you want to. I had to really sit down with myself and assess, okay, is this relationship still the one for me? Is this relationship still important to me? And it was a difficult conversation with myself, but it was a necessary one, because if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be where I am right now, happy with my boyfriend, and stay connected. So that's important. Redefine your priorities. Number 2 is all about breaking everything that you want to do down in actionable steps, like tiny bite-sized steps. So often we say, okay, we need to go and achieve this thing, and it's like there are so many micro steps that actually need to be done in order for you to fulfill that big goal. But what we see is the big goal, and that's it. And we forget that we actually need to take time and those steps to do it. So we get impatient. As high achieving women, we tend to have a thing that was like, okay, I've got an idea, I'll do it, okay, boom, and expect that it's like this. Especially in the world where everything is like happens instantaneously. You know, if the Wi-Fi is slow, you're like, why is this so slow? We have been trained to think like that. Everything is instantaneous. That's not true. It's really not true. So there are little micro steps that we can take. So how can you break your goal down into micro bite-sized steps so that you can achieve every single one, and that use them as building blocks to getting to your goal? The third one is actually time blocking. When you have different things on your task list, it is important for you to time block. You are not able to think of 2 things at the same time. Multitasking is a myth. Like, it doesn't exist. If you say, oh yeah, I can multitask, basically what you're trying to do is you're getting your brain to switch really quickly like this. And so, just sip up my coffee. And so what you want to do is you want to time block. And when I talk about time block, is maybe you have like a 45 minutes, like a Pomodoro technique. 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off. So you're 45 minutes, your only sole focus is doing this one thing and one thing only. Maybe it is marketing, maybe it is connection, maybe it is time for yourself, like whatever it is, like having fun, like time block. So that you know within this time you only need to focus on one thing, and your brain can then actually direct all of its energy and attention into this one thing that you're doing. And also what you do know is that because you've already time blocked and scheduled, you are able to then go, okay, today my 3 things that I want to do is I want to do marketing, I want to do connection, and I want to read. Right, let's say it's those 3 things. Whatever 3 things they are. So you know that just because right now you're reading, you already have time allocated to do your marketing. And then you already have time allocated to do your connections. Whether it be with yourself, with your partner, with friends, with family, whatever it is. So having that gives you peace of mind that you know the task is going to get done, you know this goal is going to get achieved, but just not right now. So whatever happens outside of this focus point, let's say you want to read anything outside of your book right now, gets put to the side. If you have a thought, write it down. Just have a notepad next to you, write it down, come back to it later, because you know you have time to come back to it later. And the fourth and the most important thing, and this is something that I am also still practicing, and I'll share a post with you later about how I'm doing it, is celebrating every single step that you take. One of the biggest things that helps us succeed in terms of habit building is celebration. And it's something that actually is missed everywhere. So when you are actually celebrating yourself, like we as humans love rewards. Our brains like being rewarded. We like being rewarded. So when we are actually making sure that we are rewarding ourselves by celebrating, and no matter how tiny the step is, that is when you are going to want to repeat that action, as in you're going to come back to do it. So then there's no procrastination, because actually it's something really fun. Like And celebration can be anything. So it can be for anything. So for example, today I was at the networking earlier, and I had someone that I met last time who is really, really committed and into my community. And she really is so dedicated and so on it that she was telling everyone about it. And and she was even answering questions about my events before I could open my mouth, because I was having coffee or whatever. And what I want to celebrate about that is that actually, all the work that I'm doing is working. Me being my authentic self is enough, and people are genuinely wanting to be part of my community. They want to come to my events, they want to come and meet my community, meet my friends, so that they can get a piece of it as well. So the celebration there is not only am I showing up for myself and it's working, and I'm like it's the biggest block that I've ever had for the longest time, is how can I show up as my authentic self and be just be me. And the answer is yes, I can. Yes, I can be here and be myself. Yes, I can show up as myself. And yes, I am going to be celebrated for myself. So the celebration there is being able to be myself, be authentic, and also to know that there are other people out there who are rooting for me and wanting to bear the fruits of what I have built so far. So that's something that is going to help you continue to manage your overwhelm, because the fun, the excitement, the joy of being celebrated will remove you and take you out from the depths of overwhelm into joy. So doing all of those 4 things, redefining your priorities, break it down to actionable steps, time blocking, and celebrating every step that you're taking. Those are 4 things that are going to help you manage your overwhelm, allowing you to live more in joy, in knowing, in clarity, in fulfillment, than in the downward dumps of overwhelm and stress and burnout. That's my tips of what I've been doing, and it's working amazingly for me. So I hope that it will work amazingly for you as well. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have you tried any of these steps? If they have they worked? Have they not worked? And if you have any more questions about this, I'd love to answer them. And of course, always accepting new questions for the upcoming coffee chats on Fridays with me. So thank you so much for watching, whether you're here live or watching the replay. I look forward to speaking to you again next time. Bye for now.